Sorry about that. I don't know what's been happening. My internet has been up and down, but Twitch is still going, so I'm good.
It's time to sing whenever you're ready. Da 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 da. What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue? Get him!
This moment will be frozen in time. Cool it. Don't push your luck. Freeze.
Leave it all to me. Time to clean up. I'll catch up.
Cool it.
Drop! I must leave no stone unturned. Those weren't glaze lilies.
This little monster is known as a... The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal...
Well, that's...
Unfortunately...
That's so... Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze lilies? Oh, hey! It's... What's-her-face? Hello, traveler. I'm so... that reminds me. Well, it sure would have been better. Didn't I tell you the way? Nope. We found the way on our own. Oh, I see. Uh-oh. She's acting different. Oh, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now... You came all the way out here to... Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. Whenever my duties take... Oh, so... No, it's quite all right. When the Archon War came to its end... Yes. Now, the other 5, of the current 7 Archon... This means that Liyue...
So what do you think of this?
Huh? As a mortal, I've never... But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Huh? Did you... Yes, I am a mix of human and Qilin. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought for... After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this very day. Well, let's save that. I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've...
We d-
Oh, so did you sing a song? Indeed, I did. I know this tradition. Wow, so you really know... No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance, if you would excuse me.
And that just about... Given the ease of picking glaze lilies...
Yeah, Paimon can already...
I've had beginning a new undertaking, so you must be careful to take the...
Wow. See? Alright, I think it's a...
Mm, 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 mm.
Oh dear. Everyone's laundry is still on the line. May I be excused to fetch it in? Huh? What happened? The city gate is swarming with Millilith.
Ah, you're the consultant. The Millilith are watching our every move.
Desperate time?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst.
Do they intend to
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like they're attempting to stall the Adepti outside the city. However, both sides were quite obstinate, and
It seems inevitable.
the Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo-Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will be in no position to...
Surely the Liyue Chief.
They're bone...
And what now?
That's all. She proclaimed that in these only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? That's the Qixing for you. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us. Don't let anyone catch you off guard.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your... Neither path is...
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng funeral parlor has also...
Things are taking a turn. I'm afraid I must leave now. Consider your next course of action care.
So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it. He must be waiting for... But where could we find... Where would he go at a time like this?
Dude, so far. Why? I haven't found any of these.
catch up. Oh dear, everyone's laundry is still on the line. May I be excused to fetch it in?
Mm,
Wow! It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was This is where all of Tibet's Mora is minted, right? In that case, oh, so it's a trap! But even if we can't take any, or better yet, take a nap on top of them, oh, right, it's quiet. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Quick, we have to go make sure that...
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Where should I start? Well, I've never been one to beat around the bush, you know. But who could have possibly guessed that the god of Geo would mysteriously perish the very moment I arrived in Liyue, and that the Exuvia would subsequently be hidden away? If it weren't for that lovely little rite of parting ceremony you put together, it would have taken me a whole lot longer to get the information I needed. Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia. The Chising are really pulling out all the stops this time.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires. I'm not asking the time for discussion and diplomacy either way. We now come to my favorite, the battle.
Battle? So you're the type that...
When Signora offended the deity, instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards... When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequences of her actions. But as for me...
We won't let what happened...
Oh, so you... Besides, you could never defeat me. Fighting talk, I love... This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint.
Drop!
Passable effort. Poor timing. Passable effort. Run all you like. Cowering already?
Starball!
You're wide open.
I'll catch up. Leave it all to me.
Dodge this. Don't get frostbite.
No one escapes
How
my sight.
unbecoming. Not bad, not bad. Guess I should take you more seriously. Haha, good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger. All you do is run. Freeze!
Starball! Shake!
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now! I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
Not bad. But this is going to cost you! Yeah!
How did that get one full? Sorry.
You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move that? imposter? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over, now! Don't make me take it from you!
We didn't take it!
Cool it!
I missed a spot. Leave it all to me. Yeah, as a dutiful maid would. Yeah. Steady as stone. Leave it all to me.
Die here.
Starfall!
Dog.
I must leave no stone unturned. Steady as stone. Drop!
You're cut above.
Yo,
Look! Child's back to normal again!
It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis.
That's what we've been trying to tell.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it, but if that is a secret you wish to keep, this battle has already left. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps, in fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion.
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed as such.
backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies...
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon's stone spears ever since. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of... Do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the Seven?
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission. Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears, using the powers of ancient gods and such, but knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well. Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Nira, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on? Paimon's exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go. Did we make it in time? Is the...
What are you doing?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Chising. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common...
Oh, Paimon gets it. Just seeing this
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much, which is why we must stop that monster before...
So the Archon War with... So will the power of the... That god?
We've already discussed this together.
What? Wait, all of you are...
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chising did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's... For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war
I suppose this is one blessing for... So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti, we haven't a moment to spare.
Yep.
The Fatui! They're attacking the Glacial Ballista!
The 3 Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you, one wishes to witness.
Time to fulfill my duty. My duty.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Dodge this!
Drop! The ancient god's attacking again! There are so many Fatui too! Kill them!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Huh?
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is adeptal energy! That light from your body, it's like that time in giant cars! Wow, it's Madame Ping's shockwave! This gray is really strong!
Roll to descent!
I see through you! You can't run! Well, I miscalculated.
No excuse for slacking!
With the blood of the Chelian, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Ganyu's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Let it rain!
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Let's move.
Look at me.
Time to clean up.
Looks like I went too far.
Let me amuse myself. Leave it up to me.
This isn't good.
The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
Let me amuse
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now. The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this? I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Cool.
Shine. Glow. Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster the effects of the Sigil of Permission last. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor...
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you...
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang, seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense...
Well, I was really hoping you would say that's... Thank you all for hearing me.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Why isn't the autopilot working?
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing good would come of it.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be. Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
Weren't you frightened, dear?
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards, when danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh.
You see, this is the country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary for the city to rely. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now...
Your line of inquiry is...
Seems like the...
Let us return now.
Eager to leave.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh? Oh, right! Child wanted to unleash the... But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. So Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death, too? Paimon doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of part... thing that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
Who's that skulking around?
Adventurer!
I can't believe the well got polluted.
Come and see these rare and precious
Is there anything I can do for you two?
We've come to see Zhongli.
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment.
Doesn't the Northland Bank... Last time we saw Zhongli was... Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? We had
needs assistance. Join the Adventurers Guild.
What should I put in my letter?
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you! You're also one of the Harbingers?
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually,
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm... You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my...
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Geo? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky and all of Lyric goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue together with the Adepti. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come. Until one drizzly day, As I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You've finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand the hearts of the people. Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague, Child. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me on this journey, Traveler. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo-Archon, Liyue would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Hey, haven't you learned the Liyue saying, don't always call it as you see it?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, Child.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As us a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for Enosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it. My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
Leave it to me. All of it. Whatever it is. What exactly is it? I didn't quite catch your request.
Paimon! So Jean...
One of the clauses of our contract.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean...
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil...
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things?
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there looks like he's about to make an announcement. Let's hear what the minute...
Oh, well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess... So Rex Lapis is really... Oh, come on. There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow.
Yep, Fatui? They certainly are.
Shh! Lower you.
Hear ye all, the Chising's words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the street, having been thwarted in his trial. Rex Lapis's soul has recouped, nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Chising's announcement said. So that something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for Could the Chising already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said, Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands? Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while now. Look, it's Ningguang and Kuching.
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to...
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous.
Long unending.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, will you stand with us as we re-establish...
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything?
Huh? Is she the
Traveler?
Yikes! She really is.
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young. The Liyue Chising always repay their debts. And as you have name your price.
Whoa.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Roping you in was...
The cleanup of...
If you were looking for...
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions. And here you are looking all...
Why would I not feel right if the two of you can
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout.
You're right. I do lack the Mora. As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, when I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon.
Oh, no wonder. Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tag, but since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, the Archon Morax. could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhong. That is true. I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one.
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't...
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often... But if a person shows true strength of will, this is what visions are.
That's how...
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Ina's...
They want to seize visions? But why?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because...
Whoa!
The Anemo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate the fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away. Will only strengthen knowing her. She must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these, eternity is nearest unto the heavenly principles. All right then. Was there anything else you wished to know? That said, the reason why the Chisei... I hinted as much to the... How did I accomplish that, you ask? All right then. Was there anything else you wished?
Yeah, about that. Before the Chisei made their announcement...
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that Child did send people to the Jade Chamber to prevent the Adepti and the Chisei. I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front. Those... All right then. Was there any... The time of the Adepti has... Kuching is absolutely... Now. Though, could the original person who brought up the idea... All right then. Was there anything...
That's right. Zhang, since Morax is dead... Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire...
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time, since creating Mora requires...
This is terrible!
Yes, this is indeed a... Well...
Then, did you at least set some private...
Oh, a private fund.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think... All right then. Was there anything else? Well then, I suppose...
Cool, I need to be out. Thanks for watching. Whoever's watching. Gather some goods here. Let's do this. This lady. Constellation. Okay, I'm logging off until later. I mean, like 12 hours. It's the time now, yeah, 12 hours.